name is Kim Jolly, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Springfield, Missouri. You can find more samples of my work on my blog at www.stampinartfully.com. So, many years ago, a talented artist named Cheryl Kahn taught a technique using old credit cards to swipe or pull acrylic paint across her paper or canvas projects. I am using her technique today to swipe or pull inks across paper, and I think the results are stunning. Unless otherwise noted, all products used in this tutorial are from Stampin' Up! For this project, I'm using a stamp and die bundle called Falling Flowers that is available in the current Stampin' Up! Catalog and also in the new catalog available June 1. The phrases are from a wonderful set available in the new catalog called Happy Birthday Gorgeous. The Petal Burst textured embossing folder was used on the die cut sample. Now, I really like a border on this card, which is the one I'm going to be showing you how to make. So for this technique, I use my Stampin' Up! Grid paper to line everything up. And then I go ahead and apply this low-tack painter's tape, which I purchased off of Amazon. See how great the grid paper works to help line it up? When removing this tape, you still have to use a little bit of caution. And I will give you a little more information about how to do that. Even though it's low tack, if you're not careful, it will pull at the paper a little bit. Since we're not really using water with this technique, you probably could use Post-it notes also. Now, the reinkers I'm using today are Bermuda Bay, Daffodil Delight, and the new Lemon Limeade Twist from Stampin' Up!, which will be available in the new catalog June 1, or it's available now if you buy the beautiful Eastern Palace bundle. You actually get the ink pad to this. I'm going to use my acrylic block as my paint palette, so to speak. And again, these are just ordinary reinkers that you probably already own if you own ink pads. If you don't own the reinkers for your ink pads, I suggest you run out and grab them right away, because you never know when you're going to need them or when a company will retire. It's bad when you're in the middle of a project and your ink pad starts to get a little bit dry. So these are just an old credit card I've cut in 2 different widths. Gives you a little more interest to have the 2 widths. And just remember that this technique comes out different every time, never looks the same. And basically what you do is you're just going to get a little ink on here, and you're going to pull it across. I use a paper towel to clean this in between, although you don't have to do that. It actually gives some interesting effects to not clean in between. I'm going to switch to the narrower one now. There's no rhyme or reason to this. Just remember, you do want to leave some white space, because that's part of what makes this look so great. I love, love, love the Bermuda Bay color. If you follow my blog or have been on it at all, you see that I tend to use that color a lot. Look how abstract this looks. I think this background is so much fun. Again, there's no rhyme or reason with how you do it. Just throw color on there anywhere you want. Toward the end, I just start looking to see if there's any place I want just a little more color. Now I know what you're thinking. You're thinking that this doesn't look very good right now. But just wait. Okay, I'm going to Get a little bit of that re-inker off there. Now this pretty much dries very quickly, but if it hasn't quite dried, you can use your heat tool. Okay, now when you remove this, you want to remove it at an angle. If you remove it at an angle, it usually will not take any of this border off. Sometimes it grabs the grid paper, but that's not such a bad thing. Okay, still not sure what to think about that? Check this out. I've decided to pair early espresso with this. I think the colors complement each other really well. This is the new Lemon Limeade Twist cardstock. Early espresso. Just going to layer that on top. You can adhere that with your favorite adhesive. This is one of the die-cut flowers from the bundle I mentioned before. This is a cinnamon from the Happy Birthday Gorgeous, which I'm going to just trim out with my favorite punch. It's called the label punch. Just put it in and line it up. Pop that up just a little bit and you have kind of a wow factor, I think. Now, for this one, for this card, I had a scrap that I did the same technique. I stamped the leaf from the Falling Flowers set and then die cut it and just layered it up. And I don't know if you can see or not, but on this Petal Burst embossing folder, instead of putting rhinestones or sequins, I want to mail this and I wanted to make sure it didn't have any issues. So I just chose a few of the leaves and colored them with the clear Wink of Stella. And I chose 5 leaves. You know, an uneven amount is usually a little bit better than an even amount on something like this or an embellishment. So I just picked a few leaves, put some Wink of Stella on it, and it gives just a little bit of bling factor without the bulk for mailing. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. I hope it encourages you to drag out your ink colors and try something a little interesting. If you have any questions about this, feel free to comment below this video or email me at stampinartfully@gmail.com. I'm also going to put links below this video to my blog post regarding this, and there will be quite a few other samples on there of this technique. So if you've listened this far, thank you. I'm still a little bit new at this. I will get better. I love sharing techniques and I love sharing Stampin' Up! And the wonderful projects you can make with these. Thank you and have a great day.